I think what we have today with a digital environment of producing films, makes a difference between a film and another is the narrative and the story. And we think we have a different story to tell, more than only the conflict or what's happening in the Middle East. It's a story of people that we need to develop and flourish, and we want to use digital environment and training to develop that. So that's what we do. We're trying all the time to train young generation on using new technologies like 5Ds, like Final Cut Pros. All of the design of sound happens on laptops, but at the end, we just really try to focus on what is the story and to present a different story from what the news is presenting all the time. There are films that is basically about, for example, boredom, like how a group of guys would be, or like girls living in the town of Ramallah or in Nablus, for example. We're trying to produce a film about gangsters of Palestine, gangsters that is produced by the conflict, who are playing between the two areas of Israel and Palestine. We are trying to produce as well films that is about, and to help to produce the films about history more. Like the problem is, after Oslo agreement in '94, there was a disconnection with history, and that disconnection created a big problem with memories of the young generation. So all the time in the work we try to guide them to go back into archival work, into more serious in connecting history with current, and try to have a bigger, wider perspective than only seeing the checkpoint and the wall. It's actually a mix between Arabic and English. You know, we're annexed colonial by Britain, and so English is very influential in Palestine at least. So we really work with English and Arabic, and we try to produce more in English content so we can have a wider audience. We're really caring about having more audience, and we always distribute our work online, and it's mainly for free. No, there is like a whole network of activist activities that's happening all around the world, and we like that and we don't like that. We like that because it goes for a different audience, but it's the audience that's with us all the time. But we like that because as well we are experiencing meeting another audience and going outside and using the platform, because obviously that network is strong and we're reaching for a lot of places. But for example, we do some dance films as well, and we know that the dance film is very niche industry till now, but it's very nice to have Palestinian films participating in dance film festival in north of Italy or south of Spain. So we are trying to explore these other areas in telling a story. I'm here presenting a company called Idioms Film, established 10 years ago with a group of filmmakers. We're hoping to build an infrastructure of documentary, and this is we go a lot to market, but the first time for us to come to the MEP TV, and here we are presenting a film that is being co-produced with Fid Marcel, not Fid Marcel. It's been co-produced with Marseille, our producers from Marseille, and it's about the history of militant cinema. It's a film that is connecting different militant cinema practices and group around the world in the time of 60s and 70s with the Palestinian question. For us, it's very important because we can say that we have a film heritage. It's not only a film heritage or film history that we study in Western colleges, but it's our own heritage, which is called militant cinema, which I think many of the day practices, independent filmmaking, comes from that. So it's kind of, no one recognized that history, that it's been international history, but because of the difference in the political current mentality and the difference in ideologies, this cinema movement has been disappearing and not recognized. But the tools we are still using till today, like the small cameras and going into internet, trying to reach bigger audience all the time, and using film as or visual as a tool of a medium for a social change. Dubai Film Festival and Dubai have been a lot of support in most of our career since we're doing short films and documentaries. We've been getting awards there, and also helping us to go around to MEP TV. They're sending us to the documentary corner. It's a new section in Canon Film Festival this year. So it's been a real big help. Other people are supporting us, like the Arab Cultural Fund, AFAQ. There is the Welfare, which is another institution in Palestine supporting culture and art. Qattan Foundation as well, based in London and in Ramallah. So there are been a vibrant scene around us, and we're hoping to develop and come more. And maybe in 2 years we're gonna have our own stand, and we'll support our own scene in MEP TV and in other places.